Everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to Tales of Arise. This is episode 31. We're on a boat. We are on our way to hunt down the fourth lord, I believe. So, we gotta chitter chatter with people. I think Shion will be our last one. So let's go ahead and talk to Dohalim.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
That's
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus.
We're gonna have to go there
How much
eventually.
do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved.
Because they know that.
Perhaps they see what's been happening.
Again,
as just
I
part
do
of
not
the
know this.
ongoing crown contest.
Right?
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
I
Not
bet
to
they're
my
not saying
knowledge,
shit
no.
because
At its
Alphen
core, the crown contest is a competition to see who
Is
can
a
amass
Renan.
the most astral energy.
and they're like, okay,
And to
sure.
amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless.
Yeah.
No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course,
To the right ones.
it's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother?
Probably.
Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of
Yeah.
Renan rule taught him nothing.
Absolutely.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
I like Dohalim.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does
Haha.
that make us enemies?
No.
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I don't know why Alphen's baiting him at this point. A little strange to me.
You don't look so good. You
Oh
alright?
no! Does Kisara
The
get
floor.
seasickness?
It keeps moving.
Fair.
How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I mean,
I
nausea
still
isn't
can't
necessarily
believe what happened in
pain.
Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almadria were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it wasn't as
yes,
if the
absolutely,
situation in
100%.
Nias
But
was improving
also,
much to
the
begin with.
bear
You
in
mean
mind,
Divine.
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the
they
atrocities of
literally
Renan rule.
like
Back then, all
they
I had to
drained
worry
themselves
about was
by
fighting the
giving into their
Renans for
hate.
the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danons like Deadime.
Oh, you don't have to worry like
the Danons
about
were the
Deadeye
ones
anymore.
In the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadime for a moment, you may be able to free the Danon people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almadria did.
He didn't
don't
sink to the
understand.
deth that any of
I'm
them
saying that
did.
it goes deeper than
Balseth,
that. This hierarchy
freaking what's his
we live in,
face, etc. Right? Like
it's not
Almadria has
solely
gone a
something
step
the Renans
above.
invented. I remember a story
to
Rinwell
be
once told me. She
evil.
said before the Renans invaded, we Danons had our own class system. We are
course
the
he did.
ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadime's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
Natural
To
instinct
hear
of humans.
Bayfall tell it, Deadime wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting
Oh.
at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
Yes.
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
Doesn't matter,
You
fight
have
for
your
it anyways.
promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still
Oh,
do.
how's it going, Jay?
And then,
How are you doing this
there's
evening?
you.
Who, me?
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danons do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
Actually, there
I
in
don't know
Menancia,
that
there
I'd
were
say
a handful of
spectacularly.
Well, I
Renans and
suppose it's
Danons
really
that
all
seem
a
to be
matter
getting
of how you
on
look
perfectly
at it,
fine.
isn't it?
Oh, you still didn't get
really don't
SMT5
see
in?
what you're getting.
Unfortunate. I've
I
been
think
trying
I'm
to keep
getting
myself
seasick again.
unspoiled, but I've seen a couple of
Sorry.
streamers streaming it.
just
I've
give
actually
me
not looked
one
into
word for a few
SMT5 at
minutes?
all, so I haven't seen anything, and I'm kind of intrigued by what I've seen here or there on like on the front page or on my like my follows list. It looks brighter than I was expecting. If that is a description, I don't know. Is that the next thing you're really gonna put time into playing though? Or is that gonna be a scenario where you have to wait to get around to it once it comes in? Gotcha. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. You'll have to give me your rating, because I
much
am
further,
very
you'll
interested
go
in
overboard.
playing it, but I'm also like there's a lot of other stuff on my list, so I might do that scenario where like I get around
Keeping
to
an
it
eye
later.
out for Almadria's ship?
That kind of got ruined. That's fair.
I'm looking at the ocean.
There's always
The
next
ocean.
weekend.
Yeah. The waves. They
Also,
help me
we got
think.
that Thanksgiving holiday coming up, so there's always that.
This world
Or
is
you having to
filled
go
with
out of
natural
town
wonders.
for it.
The icy air and white peaks of
I
Sicilia,
have to go out of town
the
for
lush
part of it.
green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its lake of death, and Nias its ruins.
Yep.
And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
I don't know about that. There are always
Say we
ruins.
actually
There are always
managed to
places
put a
of
stop
death.
to the crown contest for good. What do
Even
you think
during
will happen
good
between
periods
the
of time.
Danons and the Renans then?
And the day before, it's supposed to be there yesterday, the day before that, the day before that. Yeah, I feel you.
You first.
It's kind of unfortunate. I mean,
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia
Supply
can
lines.
happen elsewhere too.
cargo, transportation
It's just-
of goods
it's
and delivery
insane
of
for all of us to keep fighting. If
items and
Menancia
things
can
like
do
that
it,
is
so can everyone else.
kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
I mean, that would be an idyllic world.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans.
I don't really know what to do with
Kindness
myself
and
since
cruelty
about
exist
everything
on
I
both
intend to play as
sides.
long form.
A person's
Oh.
race doesn't factor into
So
it.
you didn't want to jump into anything else and get
So,
invested?
guess
Yeah, I
you're
feel
right
you.
after all, Alphen. I have changed.
I'll just, you know, play some PoE or... Like, I know I don't feel pain, but you can see that you are physically harming me,
You know,
right?
I've never actually touched another person like this.
Yeah, Hoi.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
I need more
And now?
backstory for her thorns and shit like that. He physically hurts himself every time using the blazing sword. Exactly. That's why I think it's dumb when he just randomly like
Do you
pulls it
still
out in the
not
middle of
remember your past?
conversations. Yeah, it's
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
Isn't it ironic?
Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords
Which
remain.
doesn't really...
And once you have their master
I akin her
cores,
thorns to
you'll be
electric
able to
damage,
create
which
the
doesn't really
Renaissance,
physically damage the
right?
body all that much.
And you can-
I get your theoretical point of view, but go look up electricity
Sorry,
like
it's nothing.
deaths. Electricity will burn
You're
the
right, though.
shit out of
It'll all be
a
over
person's
soon.
body.
I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including,
It'll fuck you up.
especially
Or
you,
can. It
Alphen.
doesn't always, mind you. It depends on
Don't
the
worry about it.
situation.
We're friends, after all.
Well, even like sticking a fork in a
Yeah,
you know, electrical
are.
socket, depending on how you're grounded, you know, etc., etc., it will mar your body in different ways, but typically it can be pretty bad.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Let's go ask the captain. So I'm not trying to be contrary or anything like that. It's just, that's one of the reasons why I think it's kind of silly every time she just casually touches him or he casually touches hers, because I also have that kind of like mind of her thorns being kind of electrical, and I'm like, you're like probably blistering his flesh, you know? Also, the next dungeon marks the beginning of a point of no return, just for as a reminder, right? Yeah, you told me about that. So I have a hard save here, right at the hidden wharf. Nope, wrong thing. I had a hard save somewhere. It might have been the hidden wharf. Yeah, it was at the hidden wharf. So. Well, I just overwrote that, so, you know, fucked. I realized that. Whatever. I think we're fine. Still back at any time during the dungeon? Oh, you mean after the dungeon. Okay, well, I'm not really worried about it. I've already done all of the things, well, the majority of the things that I can do. Like, I could go try to force some more fish, or I could go just try to grind, but I'm not really interested in that. I'm not really interested in trying to grind. I feel like I'm at a bad spot in the game to do grinding, right? Like, I haven't found any places where I'm just like, wow, I'm getting a lot of experience, or wow, I'm getting a lot of SP, or something like that, so might as well just push on forward.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
You should have, like, maybe awoken us as soon as the
That's
ship was
the
in
ship?
sight.
She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you?
Like, what the what?
Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
No.
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think
Absolutely
I might just
not.
pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
You have cannons? This is like a freighter. Oh, okay. So this is just letting us do this. Gotcha. How very anime. Then ready the cannons now? Yeah, right. Like, I don't know. It's this was all just like thrown back and forth of like,
persistent little
oh.
things.
See? She knows we're here.
Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin.
You probably shouldn't have spared some clothing. Why is she dressed like a
Hungry
jester?
already, my dear.
What is this?
Worry not.
This is
for
a dragon?
You shall have plenty to
Looks like a
feast
dragon.
upon shortly.
But her dress was half. Fuck off.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay
We
with
got
the ship so we can leave as soon as
ramp
you're
out
done.
and everything.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Let's find the bad lady. It's time to not die. I was about to say, what is she doing to Lee's head? I like how we get this cinematic tour of the place. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Members who left have returned to your party. Oh, gotcha.
Shion, I want to thank you. What brought this on? What you said helped to calm me. Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
I mean,
For all
fair.
we know, Kelselik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
Yeah.
We don't know that she
You
was
suck.
only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah.
Why not?
I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
What was the
She's
point of
strong, yet shrewd.
doing
and will
everything
stoop
with
to any low.
the stuff at
A dangerous
Mahag-Sar?
one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
I just don't understand, like, her
Sounds like you've
motivations.
made up your
I hope we
mind
get
already.
a better
There was
explanation of her
never anything to
motivations.
decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Let's talk. Getting a little, heated. Behind the mask.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsev when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsev's brute strength was in a league all its own. Yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
Yep. Or
You
than
recalled
meets
your
the
name
eye.
when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half.
You're gonna get all your Renan memories
again,
back.
The idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why
Like,
I'm
I'm betting legitimately the mask is
he
more
who
than just a
first
mask.
faces
It's
the
also
night
like
catches a glimpse
either
of the dawn.
cybernetic or something
Come
like that
again?
that is actually suppressing
It's
his memories.
nothing. Forget I said anything.
It seems like something Zerenans would have. Oh, yeah, life bottles, baby. All right, let's jump back into everyone's stuff real quick. What are you working on? All right, gotcha. What is our current party? Okay, gotcha. My current arts are the ones that I have been using for Eternity. I'm very close. I say very close. I'm 400 off. Mastering Swallowblade. Jay, did you master any of your stuff while you were doing things? Did you master all of the things, Jay? All of them, Jay. All of them. That would take a long time. But, you know. Lettuce. We got the lettuce. All right, well, pretty straightforward area. Here we go.
Out of our way!
Bring him down! Take this!
Tiger Blade! Hurricane Strike! Watch for the ranged attack! Hurricane Strike!
Rising
Flame of
Falcon!
Fury! Burning Strike! Razor Spear! Here's Evil
Too
Shot!
fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Tiger Blade! Lion Growl! Razor Spear! Here's Evil!
Here I come!
Freeze Laser!
Escape! Rising Falcon!
Do it!
Small!
There we go.
Shark! Lightning
Ha! I love that one. Okay,
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
I still
have a long
remember
way
how to
to go.
play for the most part. That's always a fear. Like, because of my schedule, it is legitimately always a fear of, am I gonna remember how to actually play my stuff when I come back to a game, or am I gonna suck?
Here's Evil!
escape!
Look ready!
Down on the ground.
Freeze Lancer! Hurricane Strike!
Take this.
Going in!
Its armor's too strong.
Split it open! Do it!
Be like it!
All yours, Kisara.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Very nice. Alright. What's the trick to this dungeon? Is it just me, or does it look like the one we ran back into Revel?
Got it!
If I manipulate the astral energy, I could get rid of it, maybe. I'll just give it a shot. This is going to be another CP gate. Yeah. So I'm going to throw this out here. I am not... It's not the worst thing in existence, but I have not been overly impressed by the whole, oh, here's the mechanic. You did a lot of backtracking to get your CP back. Fair enough. I just have not been impressed by the mechanic of here's CP or here's a CP gate, use it. Right? Like that's not,
That went well.
you know, like
okay?
it calls me back to things like puzzles from things like
Let's keep moving.
you know, Vagrant Story or item utilities from things like Wild Arms 2 or stuff like that. Like it's such a kind of like simple way to do stuff, so I don't know. It just it just feels a little bit like a cop-out.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the pummeling to me! Hitting pile time! Swallow blade! You're mine! Hit! Dragon swarm!
Like, it could have been more interestingly done.
Resonate with you! Rising Falcon! Ignite! On your I'm ready! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Just kind of artificially lengthens the time that you spend in dungeons just by eating your healing resource. Yeah. Well, I mean, so I haven't had it actually increase the amount of time I've had to spend in a dungeon yet. Just because I've just, I haven't run out of CP to the point to where I couldn't just heal it with healing items, or you know, like orange gels and things like that. But like, it just doesn't seem to add anything. A stupid minigame where you can mash or put it. Yeah, anything to be more interactive. It's just like I actually kind of find it cool. I find it, you know, I do think it is interesting that, oh, in this place, Law can shatter these gates. In this place, Alphen can put out absorb the fire, right? But make it like a quick time event or something like that. It's just like, it's so not interactive to just be like, oh, this is the CP mechanic for this place. Walk up, press button. Walk up, press button. Walk up, press button. Like, make me do something else, you know? Like, just give me a little more. Give me a mini game, like you said, like you put it, right? Give me a mini game, and that'll be more interesting. That'll be more fun.
Feisty one, eh? On your knees. I'm no true gunslinger around here. I'm knocked up. Devastation. Rising Falcon. All yours, Kisara. My turn. And I'm knocked up. Tornado drive. I'm ready.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your heart. Oh, life. Sorry.
Not a chance. I'm not done. Begin. All yours, Kisara.
That stuff's really cool.
Eyes on the prize.
$10,000 gold. That's a lot of gold. That's half the gold I have right now. Actually. Milk. Milk.
Let's see what you've got.
This one's mine.
Be still. Tell me, have you ever considered your purpose, Coyote? You're mine. Captivity.
Into the shadows. Nothing gets by me.
We're not finished.
This one's mine. Go in.
Not
Make it
finished.
rain.
Frozen.
Hammer.
It's my turn.
I'm going.
The everlasting negative appreciation.
I actually really wish I hadn't done that. Because I wish I had stayed in that healing circle. Yo, Helene, Dark Sorcerer. What do we get that for? Before... I don't know why we got that. Oh, was this the I think this was the... No, that was Ivy Master. I have no idea why we got this. Okay, whatever. But, cool. What are we working on right now? We are currently... I'm not have anything marked on it. Do not see anything marked on him. We'll go for Demon's Lance. I love how these guards are Renans who are supposedly bred to be better with arts, and they clearly aren't anywhere close to your Danon party. Yeah. Dark Sorcerer unlocks when you raise Demon Strike proficiency to 600. Alright, apparently that's a thing that's been done.
Are coming along quite nicely.
Coming along?
Yeah, I wish...
What do you want to do with them?
Oh, you know. Sprout flowers from the tip of my staff, suspended in midair.
So you want to be a street magician?
Yeah, hell yeah, I want to be a street
Retreat
musician.
if you know what's good for you.
Here I go! Now you see what I can do!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Here goes!
I'll grind you into dust.
One more! Hurricane
Going in.
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
I'll stop your movement.
Saras, yeah, she has one of those for her hammer strikes or whatever, which are not even
Nicely
close to that at the moment. Ooh, look at that red guy in there. Scary, scary. Where's the beef? God, I'm showing my age on that one.
No choice. You've got spirit.
You got spirit? Yes, you do.
I won't show you any mercy. Transform. I'm ready.
I'll stop your movement.
I'm also old. Nice.
You picked the wrong fight.
Make it rain. I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
That's so much fun. All right, cool.
Those scratches on your shield
I'm
might
not gonna lie. I might not be able to play very long tonight. My eyes are actually kind of straining. I don't know that I might actually need to schedule an appointment with an optometrist. I've been having more and more eye strain here lately. All right, let's do this.
That's far enough. Radiant light. Their arts were interrupted.
I owe you one.
Going in! Red! Hear me!
That makes me the thorn in your side.
Glacial spear! Piercing evil! Hurricane strike! Going in!
You're mine.
Lunar corruption! Lunar blast! Hurricane strike!
Look sharp.
Hurricane
All right.
radiant pierce!
Come quietly.
Annihilation!
No further. Swallow blade.
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Take this.
Seismic
Look
rush.
your back.
The tempest engulfs you. Tempest.
Annihilation! Disarray!
Swallow
Divinate!
blade.
Tempest.
Take care.
Denied.
Ready and raring!
Through escape.
Elusive deity. Rotating pile
One's
driver.
all mine.
Searing cloud!
On your knees.
These types of enemies kind of annoy me because they don't have the same like break tendencies that other enemies do. So they take way longer and they reset their brakes like that repeatedly. I mean, I get it's, you know, trying to make it to where I don't just immediately kill a tougher enemy, but like it also makes it to where I can't juggle them as well. It's weird.
Our work is done here.
All right,
Let's
job
move.
done.
I'm right behind you, Shion. Never
Access
seen
key.
anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Like the elevator back at the beginning. Ooh. Ship interior level 1. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Ship interior lower level. All right. There's some bad shit in there. And we're definitely gonna do that. Also, Jay, are you... So, for clarity here, because I feel like I'm just now understanding what you're saying. Are you telling me, rather than replenishing your CP... Rather than replenishing your CP with orange gels, you just repeatedly went back and rested on the ship or something?
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
All yours, Kisara.
Because that seems very out of the way.
Here I come! Ha! It's over!
Make it rain. Frozen.
Hammer!
If you weren't super well stocked, yes? Wow.
The enemy wields art too.
You'll soon see about that.
Far enough!
Do it.
Nice.
I'm ready for the next battle.
Ooh, a peach gel. Sweet. Some mushrooms. Uh-oh.
Gotta break through! You got spirit! Not today! Captivity! This one's mine! Hear my call! Damn it, Bennett! So much for talking it out! Make it work!
All yours, Kisara.
Alright, that was good.
Soaring blast!
I'll heal you all.
Dance on the wind.
Smash you!
Healing circle.
Penumbra!
Hurricane strike. Going in.
In a bind.
Will this
Here I come!
going in? Hurricane
Resonate with the
Healing
earth.
circle.
Let me free you of your power.
Radiant Pierce. Try to come over.
Damn.
Shine.
Look sharp.
You're mine!
Regeneration.
Fire blade. Hurricane strike.
This one's all
My goodness.
Down. You're on.
Not today!
Gets by me. Heal. Lion power.
I'm not done!
Gravitas field.
Dragon Swarm!
Going in.
It's over! Swallow Blade!
Down on the ground.
Soaring Blast! I owe you one!
Take this.
Glacial
Swallow
Blade.
Blade!
Tiger
No
Blade.
escape!
Lion
Dragon
power.
Swarm! Be still! Devastation!
Healing circle.
I owe you one!
Down on the ground.
Prepare to be seen!
Gemini Aqua.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done! I'll leave it to you! No escape!
I don't like these big enemies that don't have weak points. It feels like I don't have anything to try to target or anything.
Take this!
Healing circle.
Dragon Swarm!
Oh, too shy to come over. Here, let me
Be still!
into the
Rising
shadows.
Falcon! Devastation!
Mega ray.
Begin.
By the power of water.
Taking
Pile
fire.
driver! Here I come!
This one's mine.
It's over!
Water.
In a bind.
Here goes. Hurricane. Do it. Shion. Go for it. Prepare to crumble.
Celsius Fury. That one's pretty cool.
I feel
Alright, that was
sprightlier
nice.
than before.
And we are actually quite low on CP now.
Thus
White
strength
cloak.
yet grows.
And a magic emblem.
This'll make us even more formidable.
That one actually doesn't sound super exciting to me. The white cloak does, though. Who's that go on? I'm assuming here? Oh shit, we had a better one right there. Been using the wrong one for a while now. Let's go through and check everyone's stuff. Oh, right. I think I bought a bunch of amethyst stuff. Apparently I put it on everyone but the person who probably needed it most. We have another magic emblem. That's less than, I feel. I need to do some work on my accessories. Like, I've just allowed my accessories to be stagnant for such a long time. Just because I haven't felt it was necessary, you know, that type of thing. Oh. You don't think it's ever necessary? That's fair.
Out of our way. Chargers to me. Hurricane Strike. Dragon Swarm. Hurricane Strike. Dazzle.
These ones can run rings around us.
See, that motherfucker just like dropped out of the air.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah. And pummeling to me. Going in. Escape.
Glacier Spear. Pierce Evil.
This one's mine.
Freeze Lancer.
Going in. Ready and ready. Hurricane Strike. Swallow Blade. Down on the ground. A new melody. Strike. Going in. Rising Falcon.
Glacial Spear. Here's this one's mine.
I'll smash you. Swallow Blade. Can you take it? Here I come. I'm ready. Kisara.
There we go.
Commander of Heavens. Phoenix.
You didn't really craft accessories till you had the stuff to make tier 5?
Dragon Swarm. Soaring Blast. Dazzle. Take it. Radiant. I'm ready. Law, I'll stop your movement. And I'll stop your life.
How about? There we go. Good
I'm
stuff.
pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
Probably would be a good idea for us to do so, actually.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here.
The improved endurance experiments, it was a success. Lord Almedra will be most pleased. Rather taken with this Zoogle, the entire lab was almost fired over it. Why is that one specifically called out here?
This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
Looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for.
Medicine. I actually need to probably gel up.
I doubt it was anything of repute.
As much CPU.
Out of our way!
Got you now. Come quietly. Dragon Swarm. Swallow Blade. Take down their defenses. Make it rain. This one's mine. Blind freaks. What can they do? The enemy wields arts too.
Wilson? See about that!
Rending you apart. Ignite. Its armor's too strong. Split it open. Be my guest.
Will this help?
On guard.
Oh shit.
Resonate with the earth. Coming through. Ha! Now.
Mystic Art.
An inferno. Shine. Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate. Swallow Blade. You're mine.
Hear my call!
You're mine.
Shield and
Glacial Spear. The tempest engulfs you. Down on the ground.
I don't have much left.
Immediately lost fucking stacks.
Swallow Blade.
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
You bitch.
See what I can do.
Dragon Swarm.
Hitting pile driver. Water, hear my call. Hurricane Strike. I'll take you all off.
Here we go.
Ha! Flare Demolisher.
Wow.
Swallow Blade.
Hurricane Strike.
ground's all mine. Be still. It's over.
Take it.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
How much longer will our healing arts last?
No longer. That's how much. Access B. Search through floor 2. So now would be that time where it's like, I'm out of CP. Might need to go rest.
That enemy looks strong. I bet it'll be worth our while to fight it.
We already fought it. What kitties? Why you got no kitties? Kitty cat's over there sleeping. I'm gonna have to fight through a bunch of enemies to get. I'm not sure this is worth it.
I can read your moves like a book.
Negative gate. I'm ready. Be like it.
Go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
No. No escape. Can you take it? Lightning catapult.
Freeze Lancer.
Rising. Ready and raring. Can you take it?
Now
Now you see what I can do. Swallow blade.
There we go.
All yours, Kisara.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, if we can dodge some of these fights, then it'll maybe be worth it. But I don't think we can.
I make no guarantees.
Yeah, I don't think we can dodge these fights.
Let's see
So
what you've got.
Engaging. Take this. I'm going in. You're mine. Begin. Does it hurt? Swallow blade. Elusive deity. I'm ready. Commander of heaven.
I can always run. Oh, that feels bad, man.
I'm all stuffed up.
I mean, sure, that is technically a thing that we can do,
Commander of heaven.
but
Phoenix Cyclone.
there's just never been a game where I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna run from things constantly or consistently, not constantly, obviously, right? Like, there are plenty of games where I have run from things. But running and bypassing a fight isn't that horribly different. I mean, I guess you're correct. You are not
check back in on the ranch?
horribly wrong. Buy, sell. Let's sell. Nice. Buy. Where does Stonewing stuff come from? Oh, right. We sold all of our pre-existing Stonewing stuff because we figured out that, well, I say figured out, we were told that keeping weapons around is important, but keeping armor around is not. Refined Ignis. We need Dragon Flame Sacks. We need a long... We don't have a... Oh, we do. We already did that. My bad. Cool. Yeah, let's do this. Craft and equip. Craft and equip. Craft and equip. Alright. Only thing we don't have is the upgraded Ignis Roar. Dragon Flame Sack. I was just talking about creating. So in theory, let's take a look at what we got, right? So we have a warrior amulet. In theory, if I wanted another warrior amulet, what would I need to do? I would need to craft one warrior emblem, right? Is that what I would want? Poison, paralysis, black onyx, warrior emblem, penetration could potentially be good. Penetration is your ability to break through, like, your ability to build bar, isn't it? Basically. Spirit Bangle, recovering CP on downing an enemy. That's interesting. Huh. So let's just mess around. We've got Warrior Bangle. We can get tier 3 Warrior Bangle. Aggro. Earth damage, light damage, fire damage, poison resist, AG recovery speed, smackdown. What is smackdown? Makes it easier to down enemies with arts. That's pretty cool, actually. Decreased aggro, down damage. Increased damage dealt to downed enemies. Okay, let's try this one out. Craft. Okay. Now we need to enhance this one. Begin enhancement. Cool. Enhance. I'm thinking we could... That CP one seems interesting to put on to Xion. So we have this warrior emblem. Put that here. Right? We have the Lucky Bangle, which increases the item drop rate, but I think we just do this Spirit Bangle instead. We do rare drop rate up with CP cost reduction. That's pretty interesting. Do that for now. I think Law actually already has one. He has Pierce, rare drop rate up, small, etc. Max HP, elemental attack. Let's try to do a magic emblem for Rinwell. Let's mess around with that, see how that goes. Create accessory. Magic emblem. We got tier 4s. Penetration 120? Jesus. Down damage, dark damage, HP, alertness. What's alertness? Temporarily increases critical hit rate by 5% on successful perfect evades and perfect guards. Interesting. Smackdown, elemental defense, decrease aggro, S. That's pretty cool. Boost gauge charge rate. Nice. Increased aggro, large. Interesting. I like this idea of just doing the lightning damage and pen, so let's try that. And let's also do a black onyx. Defense 20. I was hoping to find a aggro one, but do that. I'll do like a pin damage. Maybe another... Wasn't there an attack one here? Yeah, attack 60. Let's do that. So one we're going to put on Dohaline. So, enhance. Can I not just... There's not like an auto. You can't? You wish there was? Right, like, take a page from the gacha gaming community and just be like, tier 1s. Throw them all in. Tier 2s, throw them all in. Tier 3s, throw them all in. You know? Like, give me that functionality. Okay, cool. Well, we were just talking about not having really messed around with accessories at all, and now we have messed around with accessories a little bit. We got some... I want this one on Dohaline. I'm losing a lot of pin for some increased attack and some elemental attack. That's fine. And then we've got Black Onyx for Kisara. Over here, gonna have increased defense as well. Magic Emblem on Rinwell, and she's gonna have a shit ton of increased penetration. Don't know if that's gonna matter for her or not, but interesting. They're like field guide. Help. Parameters. Penetration and resistance. Penetration makes a character's attacks more likely to trigger interrupts and critical hits. Resistance makes a character less likely to be interrupted when attacked and less likely to take critical hits. Okay. That's really, 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 really interesting. That actually makes me value penetration way, 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 way more than I was thinking. Like, if penetration is interrupt and crit, I feel like that's a do the shit out of the pen. Okie dokie. Good to know. Rest, cook before resting. Might as well do this because we don't have... Actually, yeah, let's do this. We'll do the heal CP after battle. That way we maybe, hopefully, don't have to come back. Right? We only have to do this refresh once. That would be pretty nice, honestly. But anyways, we have gone through 2 levels of this dungeon. That's going to be it for this video. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.